Well, this is it. You have a test tomorrow. All right. This is our philosopher stuff. Yeah. And we need to deal with Greece becoming an empire. Yeah. Okay. Look at the map. Greece, again, it's easy when you look at this to think, oh, it's already a big empire. Look at all this orange. They're not united. Please remember, there is not a central government in charge of everybody who's in orange. Did you just whine, baby girl? No, you're okay. It's okay. There's not one king in charge of all of this. Okay? Each city state is its own thing. Okay, look. North of Greece, up here. You see this word right here? Macedonia. Macedonia is the kingdom north, okay? And oh crap, Philip. Philip is the king. Philip sends his son down to Athens. Here we go. To be educated. Baby, what's the matter? Do you hear my Freya whining? Oh, my heart's breaking. He sends his son Alexander to be educated in Athens by Aristotle. Yeah, that's Euclid. The Aristotle. Can you imagine being educated by one of these big deal philosophers? That's a big deal. By the way, all these guys that you had on your writing assignment will be on your test. Aristarchus, Pythagoras. Oh, that's Archimedes. Sorry, Archimedes. Eratosthenes, Pythagoras, Euclid. Just saying, they are on the test. Well, Alexander is sent down here and he's educated in Greece. And he loves Greek culture. He loves it. This is kind of like Kublai Khan coming south, and he loves Chinese culture. Alexander loves Greek culture. He loves everything about Greece. Oh my gosh, my little girl is whining like crazy. And I can't pause this. Baby girl, there we go. I'll be right back. Hi, I got my Freya. Let's see if she stops whining. Okay, so Alexander, you want to sit behind me, baby? There you go. So, Alexander loves Greek culture. Yeah. Here's a statue of him. He goes home and he's like, yeah, I guess I get to be in charge of this empire, Macedon. His father's like, dude, what if I could give you Greece? Baby, can you let me finish this video? This is all I have, and it's only like 10 minutes long. It's very short. They're going to go take over Greece. Is his father's name Philip? You're like, I don't know. Philip. Boom. I was thinking, I just was worried I was wrong. So, anyway, here we go. They're going to start coming south to take over Greece. Guys, when you're all, like in a whole bunch of different city states, you're much easier to conquer than if you're all joined together. So he's literally just going from city state to city state to city state to city state, taking them over. Except, unfortunately for Philip, somewhere up here, up in the north, he gets killed in battle. Okay? So Alexander takes over fairly young. I don't know how old he is, but he's fairly young. He only lives to be 33, I believe. 33. 56 minus 23. You know I suck at this. I know you've already figured it out. You're already staring at this video going, duh, miss. Be nice to me. 56 minus 23. See, sometimes I remember more than I think I do. I shouldn't second guess myself, I guess. Um, but Alexander will die very young. All right. That being said, he becomes king very young. Well, I guess technically emperor, because he has Macedonia, but he's also started taking over Greece. He won't call this the Empire of Macedonia. He will refer to this as the Empire of Greece. He loves Greece. As far as he's concerned, he's Greek. Now, Alexander will take over Greece, what you're looking at here. But he doesn't stop there. He just keeps going. He wanted to take over the known world. Yeah? He's also quite hedonistic. That means you do whatever you want, whenever you want, because it feels good. You enjoy it. Quite hedonistic. Why drink coffee when I can get drunk on wine? Why eat a piece of cake when I can eat 400? Why have one wife when I can have several? Yeah? So he's quite hedonistic. This is his empire. Okay, this over here is Greece. He'll come through and take over Anatolia, which is Hittite land. He will take over Mesopotamia. He'll take over the Phoenicians and the Hebrews. He'll take over Egypt. He'll come this way and take over Persia, all this, and he'll take over the Indus River Valley. He doesn't go farther because at the Indus River Valley, he gets sick. Plus, his men are just like, dude, we've been on the road forever. We're done. But he gets sick. It gets so bad, like his fever gets so bad, that they turn around to get him back to Greek doctors. They don't want him with these doctors. They want him with Greek doctors. So they turn back and they try to get him to Greek doctors. They stop here in the city of Babylon because, again, he's so sick. Like he's in and out of consciousness. He's delirious. He's all kinds of crazy. And he's dead the next morning. This great military leader that now has the biggest empire we've seen, that's a lie. I was going to say so far. We did see the Mongolian Empire, which is actually like this whole thing. But that was later than Alexander the Great. That was in 1200 AD. We're in like 300 BC. Okay. So up to this point in time, this is the biggest empire we've seen. It's pretty impressive, honestly. He wanted to keep going to India and China. What did he die from? A fever? How embarrassing. Most people speculate that, what is it? The mosquito thing, malaria, that kind of thing. Who knows though? Who knows? He ends up dying. When he dies, the empire is divided up into pieces, and this great empire kind of falls apart. The empire was called Hellenistic, the culture and stuff was called Hellenistic. It's right here. Hellenistic, it means Greek. The Hellenistic world is the Greek world. Hellenistic philosophy is Greek philosophy. Hellenistic just describes Greek. Okay? So the Hellenistic culture, what we have happening here is Alexander is taking the Greek culture to all these other I don't know, all these other places. You can go to Egypt today and see Greek style buildings there, white marble buildings with white columns, and it's like, why is there a Greek building here? Because Alexander. There are even tons of cities named Alexandria, Alexandretta, stuff like that, because of Alexander. Like in India, in the Middle East. Why? Because of Alexander. He created these cities. He took Greek education to these places. In Athens, they're freaking smart, man. So some of these places are getting some Greek education, architecture, art. It's the spreading. Hellenistic culture is the spreading of Greek culture to other places and then mixing that Greek culture with those other cultures. Okay? Now, think about the art that you have seen. I have shown you Greek art. Did you see a lot of paintings? I mean, there's some, but did you see a lot? What you saw most of are white marble statues. And the Greeks are obsessed with being accurate with the way you look. I hate my freckles, but they would have put my freckles on my statue. Absolutely. If you have a dimple, it's going to be on that statue because they're obsessed with human accurate characteristics. Absolutely. If we go back through here, white marble statues, it's the style. Plus, they have marble everywhere. Look at all these. White marble. If we go all the way back to Athens, look at this right here. Look at this. That's natural. That's the rock, the white marble. Down here, that's the rock. And that's why you end up with the buildings and the statues that are like that. Today, it's kind of an off-white, but back then, white. As far as architecture, let me go forward. What you just saw right there, that big building, it's called the Parthenon. There we go. Here's another picture of the Parthenon and the Athenian Acropolis up here. Okay. Not the Athenians, the Greeks want very much so to make sure that their buildings are in proportion. You don't see like a big steeple sticking up anywhere. Everything is geometrically proportioned, right? We have rectangles, we have squares. Everything is also, oh, I forgot about this. I'll go back. Everything is also white marble, again, because that's what they have here naturally, okay? And you see a lot of columns. That was just the style. It's just what they did. You see all these columns. It's just the style. Now, looking at the Parthenon specifically, okay? This is what the Parthenon would have looked like on top of that plateau, the Acropolis. This is the Acropolis. Up here is where a lot of the like philosophers and stuff would hang out and teach and stuff. This right here, though, the Parthenon today, it was a temple for Athena, and it used to be painted. Uh-oh. It used to look like this. Again, kind of like with the Sphinx, we can tell that it used to be painted because of small pieces of paint that are left. You have gods and stuff on the top, mythological stories. And on the inside, You have this big reflecting pool that used to exist here. And then you had this giant statue of Athena that people would go and like worship or bow down or whatever. Now, have you seen Greek architecture influence your modern world? Oh, my head is in the way. Something is wrong with my little girl, you guys. I think she's not feeling good. Look at this Capitol building. Um, the Lincoln Memorial looks like this. Guys, these are American buildings. Why? Because Athens is who came up with the idea of democracy, we chose to. Oh, that's cool. Do you see what he's doing? Look. Is that Mount Vernon? I don't know. If it is, I've been there, but I don't really remember. Oh, it doesn't say. Ah, Monticello. Okay, Monticello. Okay. Anyway, because the Greeks came up with democracy, we decided when we started building a lot of our government buildings that that was our way of like paying homage to them, paying respect to them. Make sense? You have a test tomorrow. Hope you study. Bye.